Hello and welcome to today's yoga class. All you'll need is a yoga mat. Find a nice space and join me when you are ready. Today I will be joined by John the dog. You see him in the back here. So while I play with John, let me go over a few guidelines. So just remember, go at your own pace. You don't have to go as quickly as I do. Work with your body. We want to feel that kind of delicious discomfort that comes from finding a good stretch. But delicious discomfort is not the same thing as pain. So if you feel any pain, please stop immediately. This is yoga. It should feel good. So again, no props are needed, but if you do have blocks or a yoga strap, feel free to bring them out. So find a comfortable seat on your mat, legs in whatever position works for you, spine nice and tall. Close your eyes. Relax your face, relax your shoulders, soften the creases in your hips and let your legs just settle into the floor. Slow down your breathing here. And as you slow down the breath, it should naturally deepen a bit. And if you do have any kind of breath technique or pranayama that you prefer to use, please feel free to start using that now. So from here, we're going to start to move with our breath, keeping it nice and slow and deep. All right. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the shoulders up toward the ears, and as we exhale, roll them down the back. Repeat, just a nice big shoulder roll. So we're going slowly. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, down and back. Now let's see if we can go the opposite direction. As we exhale, they come forward. So we're going for a big loop here around the shoulders. And you can relax them down. Good work here. Just do a couple of neck rolls here. As far as your neck will allow, please remember not to push anything too far. We'll do 2 in one direction and take 2 nice and slowly in the other direction. Taking the head to center. And from here, lift your arms up. Keep your shoulders down, spine nice and long. On your next breath out, we're going to twist. So open your arms as you twist. And on your next breath in, reach your arms up and come back to the center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we open the arms, taking the fingers toward the floor. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, twisting. Keep going. Think of growing as tall as you can, especially on that inhalation. Now we're going to hold it, okay? So crossing one arm over, you can hold on to that knee or to the floor. Think about spiraling upward. So it's not just the neck, not just the low back, but all parts of your back are spiraling and the crown of the head reaches up. Great, so let's take that twist to the other side. Again, use your arms to get into it. I have one hand on the floor. You could always tuck it behind your back. Again, thinking of tall, thinking of all parts of the back really twisting and taking it back to the center. Great. Taking our right hand or elbow to the floor, stretch your left arm overhead, keeping that left hip anchored to the floor. And you can take it a bit forward, opening up that left shoulder. And open the chest again, and we'll take it to the other side. Left hand or elbow to the floor, right arm overhead. Find a spot to gaze at, lengthen through your neck. And if you want to add on a little bit, just take that shoulder a bit forward. Keep reaching. And opening the chest back up. And we come back up. So let's take it again to the other side. This time we're going to sweep the arms. So find that stretch. Breathe in and hold the stretch. Breathe out, sweep the arms. Did you get that? We're going to inhale, come up. Exhale, take it to the other side. So we exhale to sweep the arms. Join me here. Chest toward the floor. We exhale and then inhale to reach. Exhale, chest toward the floor. Sweep. Inhale up. Exhale, relax down. Good. All right, so take the soles of your feet together, nice and close to the body, knees apart, holding onto your ankles, shoulders down. We're going to exhale, push the knees toward the floor, and inhale, relax them. So we exhale, push down, inhale, release. Go at your own pace. Inhale, push down, or exhale, push down, inhale, release, and we're going to take the feet a little bit further forward. So I had them super close to the body as you saw before. Now we want to take them further out. So make a diamond shape with your legs. Okay, nice long back. Folding from the creases in the hips, we're gonna just come down between those legs. Go only as far as your body will allow for right now. Don't push too hard. You can keep a straight back or feel free to drop your head and let the back round here. Come back to that deep breathing. Lengthen through the spine, and we're going to slowly come up. Great work. All right, so from here, keeping your left leg on the floor, we're going to take our right leg, holding on to the shin, basically. So our foot is in the left hand, knee in the right hand. Start to rock it across your body, just side to side, opening up that hip a bit. Now turn your knee to face you. Hold on anywhere behind this leg. So it can be the foot, the ankle, the leg itself. We're going to breathe in, extend the leg, and breathe out, bend the knee. Breathe in, extend the leg. Breathe out, bend the knee. Keep going. Now, my leg looks relatively straight here. Remember, it's not about what it looks like. We don't want to have to feel anything behind that knee, okay? Let's hold this one out, okay? Maybe take it a little bit closer to yourself, but remember, if you feel it behind the knee, bend that knee a bit. Nice long back, and lower it down. Great, so we're gonna take it to the other side. I'm just moving so you can see. Stay where you are, holding on to the other leg. So we rock it from side to side. Our foot is in the right hand and our knee is in the left hand. And again, we're just going for movement in that hip here. Turn it in to face you, holding on to that leg, foot, toe even. We breathe in, extend, and breathe out, bend. Go at your own pace. Inhaling, extending, exhaling, bending the knee. Remember, try to keep lifting out of your lower back here. You don't want to curve the back at this point. We're going to hold the fourth one up, shoulders down. Maybe you pull it a little bit closer to yourself, but don't go too far. Be mindful of the knees. And bend that knee, lower it down. Excellent work here. So let's come on to the hands and knees. Tabletop position, clearing off the mat. Shoulders right over those wrists. And you can go, if you have wrist issues, come up onto the fists. From here, we're gonna just open our hips. So take that right leg, open it out a couple times with the knee, and then take that a few times in the other direction. Lifting the left leg, 2 circles one way, 2 circles, with the knee the other way. Good, all right. So from this position, we are going to inhale and arch the back, looking up, lifting chin and tailbone. And on your next exhale, round through your spine, curl the chin and tailbone under. Repeat nice and slowly. Inhale, stretch through the belly. Exhale, pull the belly button up, let those shoulder blades separate. Keep going here. Go at your own pace. Remember, we want slow breathing. Getting into the front of the body on the inhalation, and getting into the back of the body on the exhalation. Beautiful job. Taking it back to a flat back. From here, take your feet a little bit closer together. Widen your knees. Let's find child's pose. So let your head rest toward the floor. You can stretch your arms out in front of you, or put your hands under your forehead. Maybe, have you breathe a little bit better, or even take those arms behind you. No matter what, just let your forehead come down toward the floor as far as it'll go, and take deep breaths into your back. Remember, anytime you need to break, take a break. Just take a child's pose. Find tabletop position again, nice and aligned. From your tabletop, take your hands about 1 hand's distance in front of where they were. Tuck your toes under. We're going to keep the knees bent and lift the hips to a half downward dog. So what we're going for is a straight line from the wrist to the hips. So it's really common to bend at the shoulders here. Try not to let that happen. Think of shoulder blades wrapping toward the front of your body and then sliding down the back. From here, start to stretch your legs just one at a time by pushing one heel at a time toward the floor. And just whenever you're ready to release it, we bend the knee, push the other heel toward the floor. So you can go faster or slower than what I'm going here. But just remember to keep breathing and try to find that strong upper body. We're pressing the floor away from us. Good. Find your fullest downward dog, pushing both heels toward the floor. They don't have to touch the floor, but you should find that stretch in the back of the legs here. Good work. From here, we're going to take the hands, walk them one by one back toward the feet. This time, get your heels to the floor. And once those hands are toward the feet, bend the knees deeper. We're going to roll through the spine and come up to standing. Go nice and slowly. Use your deep core muscles to stack your vertebrae one at a time and taking it up to standing. All right, so I'm going to adjust just so that you can see. You guys are welcome to stay where you are. So standing with the feet a little bit apart. We want our feet so that the ankles are right under the knees are right under the hips are right under the shoulders are right under the ears. Open the shoulders and bring the palms to face forward. I'm going to move just so you can see. Again, just stay where you are. Make sure that you have room to extend your arms. On your next inhale, lift your arms overhead. Bring your hands together, and on your exhale, take your hands to the heart. Do that again. Open the arms, stretch them out. Inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. And do that again. Ground through your feet, stretch through your sides. Imagine you're gathering in all the happy vibes of the day and exhaling them into your heart. Inhale it again. Exhale it all to the heart. And from here, keep breathing. We're going to lift our arms overhead. Take those hands apart if it's more comfortable. Think of a candy cane position. So we're long through the low back, but we're going to lift the chest, lift the chin, and take those hands behind us. Keep breathing. On your next inhale, lift your arms overhead, separate your hands, and on your next breath out, we're going to dive, opening the arms into a forward bend. And hold your forward bend here. So I'm going to move. You guys just stay where you are. We want soft knees. Don't let them lock out. Keep them as bent as you need them to be. Let your head and arms go. So shake your head, sway your arms and your back. Good. Loosen up through the back of the body. Everything back to the center when you're ready. Keep your knees nice and soft. Take your hands, place them somewhere in the front of the legs or the top of the feet. Maybe even tuck them under the toes. On your next inhale, come up with a flat back away from those knees and exhale back down, chest toward the knees. So we're inhaling, trying to find a flat back, ears lined up with the shoulders, and exhaling, letting the back gently round back down. So keep going. You want to consider that your body is like a book, and you want to open and close the book from the creases in the hips. And relax your hands, take some deep breaths, bend the knees, and again, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Keep breathing as you slowly roll through the spine to come up to standing. Excellent work. All right, so from here, come to the front of your mat. Again, move your mat if you need to, like I do. Stand with your feet together or apart, but just make sure that the toes are spread out. You're not standing on one foot more than the other. You're just nice and evenly balanced. Yeah? All right. So, front of the mat. From here, standing again nice and neatly stacked. We inhale, lift our arms up. Exhale, take our hands to the heart, just like we did before. Inhale, lift the arms up, and as you exhale, we find a forward bend. Good. Now bend the knees, take the hands to the floor. We're going to step our left foot back, okay? Hold this here. Feel free to take that back knee to the floor if you need to. Lengthen through your spine. Find your breath. You can always put something like blocks on those hands if you need to. Under the hands if you need to. Keeping our left hand on the floor. When you're ready, reach your right arm up. So again, you can always drop down to that back knee or keep it off the floor. But finding the twist, again, through all parts of the back. It's not just in the neck, through all parts of the spine. And if this is too much on your neck, you don't have to look up. You're welcome to look straight ahead of yourself. From here, take that right hand down. We're going to step ourselves back to a plank position. Take it to the knees if you need to. If not, hold that plank. Maybe add in a downward dog here. Again, you got options. Personalize the class where you can. When you're ready, we're going to step that left foot to the front, keeping our right leg back. Again, drop down to that right knee whenever you need to. Lengthen out through the crown of your head from the back of your right heel out through the crown of the head. Keeping our right hand on the floor, we're going to twist. So we're reaching our left hand up. Again, you can look up toward that left hand or gaze straight ahead of yourself. Take the back knee to the floor or keep it off the floor. As long as you keep breathing. All right, let's take that left hand to the floor, one foot on either side, one hand on either side of the foot, stepping the right foot forward. We're going to roll through our spine to come up to a nice standing position. Let's see if we can do that again. All right, So standing with the feet together or apart, weight evenly distributed, palms facing forward. We inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up. This time we're going to exhale, find a back bend. Take your arms behind you. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, dive into your forward fold. This time we're going to inhale, come up one time, and exhale, fold again. Bend your knees, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, twist right away, lifting that left arm up, left hand down, step it back to that plank, and we step our right foot forward. We lift our right hand up, twisting, lowering it back down, stepping our left foot forward, and again, slow roll up. Good work if you got that. I know it was a little bit of a quick. It was quick. All right, so again, from the front of the mat, palms facing forward. Inhale, lift your arms up, and exhale, your hands to your heart. Inhale, lift your arms back up. Exhale, find that back bend. Open the arms or keep them together if you want. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swan dive forward. And we're going to inhale, lengthen up with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And hands to the floor of the blocks. We're going to take it to a downward dog. From here, take it to your knees. Or hold your downward dog. You can even take it to the plank if you want to add on. All right, we're going to step our right foot forward. Okay, so you can step it forward from the hands and knees or from downward dog. But when you're ready, left knee off the floor. We're going to find a warrior one position. So our right knee is bent. Our left toes can tuck under with the heel off the floor or have the heel on the floor. But we want the feet, as they say, your body is bladed. One foot is right in front of the other. We want our right heel directly in front of our left arch of the foot, whether you have that left heel on the ground or not. Try to keep the arms up here, and when you're ready, we open the arms, I'll show you from the side, to our warrior two. So that right knee is going to stay bent. Now we're pressing into the left toes, or the left edge of the left foot. Take your hands to the floor to either side of this right foot, and we're going to step it back to that downward dog, or tabletop, or a plank, or even a push-up if you'd like. Add on if you want. When you're ready, left foot to the front. Take as many steps as it takes to get there. Right knee comes off the floor. We're going to line up those feet. Remember, heel to arch. Arms up, shoulders down. Finding our warrior one position. So again, if warrior one isn't feeling great for your legs, you can always take that back heel off the ground and tuck the back toes under. Let's open from there to warrior two. So our arms come out. Again, I'm just going to show you. You stay where you are. Palms are facing down. We're reaching through our fingertips and pressing into both feet. Shoulders over the hips. Nice and open through that left inside thigh. Cartwheel your hands down to either side of your left foot. And we're going to step it back to that downward dog. Feel free to throw in any extras. And when you're ready, join me coming all the way down to the floor. So untuck your toes, legs a comfortable distance apart. Take your forearms to the floor, elbows under the shoulders. Okay, keep breathing here. I want you to think of length. So pull the crown of your head up toward the sky and keeping the elbows down, imagine you have a light shining out from your heart. And I want you to press your heart out so that you're shining as much light out and not down onto the mat as possible. Now, feel free to stay there or keep that light shining out, lifting through the crown of the head. You can take those elbows off the floor. You don't have to straighten the arms if you don't want, and you shouldn't feel this in the low back. When you're ready, come back down. Take your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Let's find a tabletop and or downward dog here. Reestablish the breathing. All right, so stepping the right foot forward again. Line up your feet. Right heel lined up with left arch. We start with warrior one and go right into warrior two. Pressing into both feet. Arms are out. So I want you from here to turn to look at your right hand. Turn your right hand up. Stretch your upper body back. Reverse warrior. So our left hand is just resting on the back of the left leg, or you can bring it to your hip or tuck it behind your back. And we're gazing up beyond our right elbow. Breathing deeply into the right rib cage. And we're going to take those hands, bring them back down to either side of that right foot. Step yourself back to tabletop or down dog or whatever you want to transition through in the moment. Feel free to throw in any push-ups if you're feeling ambitious, anything like that. When you're ready, the left foot's going to come forward. We're going to line up left heel to right arch of the foot. Finding warrior one, left knee is bent right over the ankle. We keep that left knee where it is as we open to the side, warrior two. Turn to look at your left hand, turn your left hand to face the sky. Now keeping the legs where they are, we lengthen up and back, stretching and gazing beyond that left elbow. Find the breath here. Again, that right hand is just there for balance. Place it wherever. Think of pressing through both feet, keeping that inside of the left thigh nice and long. And let's take those hands, cartwheel them down to either side of the left foot. Step yourself back, finding your best tabletop or downward dog. And when you're ready, join me back on the belly. So rearrange yourself so you have room. Legs are still apart. Take your hands together or apart, but we're going to bring them behind us. From here, shoulders back. On your inhale, we lift the chest off the floor and hold it here. So legs are down, and I want you to find length through the front and back of the spine. So if you tuck your chin under, that shortens the front of your spine. And if you lift your chin up too high, that's going to shorten the back of your spine. We want to lengthen through both sides, okay? So keep that chin in a good neutral position. Lower it down, take your hands under your shoulders, press into the hands and knees, take it to tabletop and or downward facing dog. Again, add on or take a break as needed. From here, stepping the right foot forward, we're going to, once again, finding that warrior one position. Step the back foot out a bit to the side. I'm going to turn so you can see. You stay where you are. So we had those feet bladed, like I said. This time we want to take it out a few inches to the left and a few inches in a bit, okay? So stay where you are while I just demonstrate. Keep the arms up if you can. That's part of the challenge. Now from this position, we straighten both legs and slowly reaching through those arms, remembering that book metaphor, we slowly come down and take it down. You can, again, keep a flat back or drop your head and let the back round out, but try not to shorten your spine. Again, my legs might look relatively straight here. It is not about what it looks like. Bend the knees as needed. Remember to breathe. Bending this front knee. Take your hands to the floor and step yourself back. Rearrange to your best tabletop or downward dog and reestablish your breathing. You've got this, guys. Let's take it to the left side, starting with a strong crescent pose or warrior one. So the crescent pose would just be the heel off the floor. We're going to start with a nice, strong pose. Now, the back foot, our right foot, is going to step in a few inches and out to the right a few inches. Again, keep those arms up if you can. So I have to find my best position. Now you know what we're doing. Find your best position. Extend the legs without locking the knees, and nice and slowly, with a long back, we reach our arms forward. Once you find that stretch in the legs, then drop your arms, hold on to your legs, the floor, the blocks, a wall in front of you, whatever is there. And again, lengthen through the spine. Feel free to drop the head and let the back round if that feels good. Bending this front leg, your left leg, we're going to step it back and rearrange again to a tabletop, downward dog, push-up, plank, chaturanga, whatever you want to do. When you're ready though, join me once again on the floor. So we're going to take it onto the belly, once again taking your hands behind us, apart or together, your choice. Legs a comfortable distance apart. This time if you want to add those legs in, you can add the legs in. On an inhale, we lift the arms, maybe those legs. Keep breathing as we hold it here. Remember what we said about the neck before. And I want you to think about really pulling the legs far away from the body so that you lengthen out through the lower back. Keep breathing. You've got this, guys. Remember, if you want to do just the arms or just the legs, that's a great way to modify. And we release those hands, lower it down. Hands under the shoulders. Press to hands and knees, find a tabletop, maybe take it to downward dog. From here, the right foot comes forward again. This time we're going to come down to the left knee and untuck the left toes. You can tuck the left toes under though if you want. Up to you. Find the balance. All right, so lifting our upper body, take the right foot, step it a little bit further forward so that when you sit a little bit deeper, your knee doesn't come past your ankle. And then sit a little bit deeper. We want those hips to come down and forward. I've got my hands on my hips, but you can always put your hands on blocks or the floor even if you can reach. Lengthen through your tailbone. We don't want to stick our butt out or tuck it under, just nice and neutral here. Now let's get our hands all the way to the floor by coming forward. And flex your toes. Keep the heel where it is. Adjust the hands as needed. We're going to extend through the right knee. Still fold it over it. Just keep your upper body neutral. Try to square the hips here, both hips back evenly. And again, this is not about looking like a straight leg. So bend that knee as much as needed, but I want you to feel a sensation behind the back of that leg. So we're going to bend the knee and walk your foot out to the right edge of your mat, taking your hands to the inside of that right leg. So I'm going to show you. This one you can play around with. So you can just stay here, or maybe you want to twist toward the knee or away from the knee. Let the knee wing out to the side. Even come down onto the elbows if you'd like. And you could always put blocks under your hands or under your forehead. Let your head rest on it if you have the blocks there. Again, as long as nothing hurts, this one is yours to play around with. So from here, when you're ready, come back up to the hands, take the foot to the center, take your hands to either side of the foot, step yourself back to tabletop or downward dog. Reset. Forget that first side. We're going to go to the second side, fresh. So find your breath, and when you're ready, that left foot's going to come to the front, come down to your right knee, lift your upper body and take a bigger step forward. Don't be afraid to take up room on your mat here. So left foot is forward. We don't want that knee to really come past the ankle. Sit into the hips. Lengthen through your tailbone, pushing the hips a bit down and a bit forward, trying to keep the shoulders over the hips and the neck nice and long. Again, it's helpful even here to find something that's not going to move to focus your eyes on. Now take your hands to either side of that foot. Take the toes off the floor, but keeping the heel where it is. We extend through the leg just to the point where you feel a good sensation. Try to square your hips. Don't let that left hip pull to the front. Find your best position. And remember, it's really, really common for one leg to be tighter than the other. Just try not to force anything. Great work so far. So let's bend the knee, put the foot back to the floor, and walk it over so the left edge of your foot lines up the left edge of the mat. We take our hands to the inside. And again, this is the one where you can play around with it. So stay on the hands, come to the elbows, maybe twist toward the knee, away from the knee, come up onto the edge of that left foot and let the left knee wing off to the side, as long as nothing hurts. Keep breathing here. When you're ready, come up to the hands, bring your foot to the center, hands to either side of that foot, and we step back into that tabletop and or downward dog position. And breathe. Come down to your knees and let's all take a child's pose together. You have earned it. Again, take one of those positions for the arms. Think of breathing into your back. Feel your rib cage expand as you inhale and contract, releasing away from your knees as you exhale. And let's roll through our spine to come up. You are doing so good so far. From here, again, just dusting off the old yoga mat. We're going to come to a seated position. So come to the back of the mat so you have enough room. And extend your right leg out. We're going to bend our left knee and put the left foot in toward the right inner thigh. Okay, hold on to a yoga strap if you have one. It would go around the foot. Otherwise, lift your arms up, shoulders down, nice and slowly, folding like a book. We reach forward once you find the stretch in the leg. Okay, and only when you find it in the leg, then take your hands down, hold on to the foot, that strap, your leg, or the floor. Again, you can keep a long flat back, or you can drop the head and let the back around, but keep that back long. And again, I have been doing this for years. I can come a little bit deeper than some people, and there are other people who can come deeper than me. Please, never compare yourself. We come back up when you're ready. So this time we're going to keep our legs where they are. I'm going to turn where you can see. But we're going to turn our upper body, so now that we're facing the side of our mat. Reaching both arms out, lengthening through both sides of the body. So we're not turning toward the leg, we're lengthening through that side of the waist. Hold on to that foot, and we're going to stretch our right arm overhead. So, or left arm overhead. Anyone who's taken my classes know I never know my left from my right. Okay, but we're gonna open the chest here and try to keep both hips anchored to the floor. All right, so when you're ready, we're gonna come up. Take it to a butterfly position again. So holding on to the ankles. Again, we don't want super close to the body, making more of a diamond shape than a triangle shape. We fold forward, lengthening through your spine. You can keep your elbows tucked in, or you can press the elbows against your inner thighs, pushing the knees toward the floor here. Notice how different this feels now from the first time we did it at the very beginning of class. And we're gonna come back up. Beautiful work. We gotta go to the other side. So again, we're toward the back of the mat, extending the left leg out, bend your right knee and put the right foot in toward your left inner thigh. Arms up, shoulders down, folding from the creases in the hips. We reach the arms forward. Once you find that stretch in the back of the legs, we lower the arms. And again, hold on where you can hold on. That can be a yoga strap, your foot, a t-shirt wrapped around your foot, somewhere higher on the leg. Remember, nothing should hurt, and remember that one leg might feel a little bit more flexible than the other one. Try not to force the less flexible side to meet the more flexible side. It's just something to notice. Maybe you spend a little bit more time on the less flexible side as needed. All right, so arms up, shoulders down, lengthening through the side of the waist. We're gonna reach for that left foot, okay, or leg. Hold on to the left foot. We're gonna stretch our right arm overhead. So you can gaze up under that arm or gaze straight ahead of yourself, whatever helps lengthen the neck. Keeping both hips anchored to the floor, remembering to breathe. So sitting on both hips evenly, both arms up, both shoulders down, both legs out. We slowly fold forward. Hold on to where you can hold on to. Don't force anything, but find your best stretch here with both legs. This is really the pose that we've been building up to with all of these leg stretches today. Let your upper body go. Try to relax what can be relaxed. To come out of it, we're going to slowly come up. Excellent, excellent work today, guys. So we're not quite done. From here, join me in coming onto your back. So hug both of your knees into your chest and just really relax the back into the floor here. Soften your face and then extend your left leg out, keeping your right knee bent. Use your left hand to cross your right knee across your body. Find a nice spinal twist. So just hold it here, trying to keep your right shoulder on the floor. That's the trick. Doesn't really matter how far you get the knee across, but keep that right shoulder connected to the earth. If you need a deeper stretch, you can always turn to look off of that right shoulder. Keep breathing. Taking it back to the center. Crossing your legs over. So right ankle on top of left ankle. We're going to lengthen through the side, both sides of the body, really. Finding our banana pose. So arms and legs are going to stretch to the left, so you lengthen through the right. And what I'm doing here, I know you can't really see, is holding onto that right wrist. And if holding onto the right wrist doesn't feel good, bend both of your elbows and hold on to opposite elbows. This is banana pose. You want to look like a banana. Come back to the center. Bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest. Relax your back. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Keep breathing. Remember to breathe. All right, now take your hands to your ankles, your feet, your knees, whatever you can hold on to. We're going to find happy baby pose here just by guiding those knees apart. So you can add on by flexing the feet. You can always just roll those feet, maybe rock yourself side to side here or forward and back. Happy baby pose is a great position to kind of add on to whatever your body needs. Just really let the back open up. Don't force anything. And when you're ready, bring those knees back together. Extend your right leg along on the floor. Cross your left knee over. Keeping that left shoulder anchored to the floor, we find a nice spinal twist here. So again, we're just really using that right hand to guide the knee. It doesn't have to come all the way to the floor. You can always put a block or something else under that knee. It's really that left shoulder that we want to keep on the ground here. Taking it back to the center, we got to find our banana pose. Left ankle on top of right ankle, arms nice and long. Bend the elbows or hold on to that left wrist. We stretch ourselves into a banana shape, hands and feet to the side. Think too of just lengthening through both sides of your body. Try not to let your hip lift off the floor. I know that's really common, really tempting to happen, but breathing into that left rib cage here. Taking it back to the center. Bend your knees one more time. Let's just hug them into the chest. Again, give yourself a gentle rock side to side, whatever you need to do to just kind of loosen up here. And we have made it to our Shavasana. So this is the part where we get to lie down and absorb everything we've just done. So join me lying on your back. Make yourself comfortable. Kind of wiggle into it. Find a nice neutral spine. When you're ready, close your eyes. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more nice deep inhalation down to the tips of your fingers and toes. Exhaling it all out through the mouth. And then just let your breath be natural. Soften your face. Let the back of your head feel nice and heavy here. Relax your shoulders into the floor. Relax your belly and your hips. Let your legs feel nice and heavy. Let your feet soften into the mat. And from here, just soften what needs to soften. Take as much time as you need in your Shavasana. Scan your body, notice where you're holding the tension, and just let it go. One thing that helps me is to inhale into those places that are tense. And then as I exhale, I imagine breathing the tension away from the body with the exhale. So hold this for as long as you'd like. For practicing with me. Enjoy your Shavasana. Enjoy the rest of the day.